WWE rumors on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39 and one-off returns. Sting had surgery. WWE has reportedly discussed the possibility of having undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns work both nights of WrestleMania 39 in April. According to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, hat tip Andrew Ravens of WrestlingNews.co, the idea being considered would see Reigns face Cody Rhodes on one night of WrestleMania and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson on the other. Meltzer noted that another idea that has been floated regarding Reigns is the possibility of breaking up the two world titles he is in possession of so that one can be featured on Raw and the other can be on SmackDown. Despite the reported discussions, Meltzer cautioned that it is more likely Reigns wrestles only once rather than twice at WrestleMania. A match between Reigns and his real-life cousin, The Rock, has long been rumored for WrestleMania, although WWE has yet to allude to the possibility of it happening. While WWE would love for one of its biggest stars of all time to return and face its biggest current star, The Rock's availability for WrestleMania is likely dependent on his busy and successful Hollywood acting career. Perhaps the more likely opponent for the Tribal Chief at next year's WrestleMania is Rhodes, who has been out since June with a torn pectoral muscle. WWE provided a 9-month timetable for Rhodes' return after he underwent surgery, but most have assumed that he would make it back in time for the Men's Royal Rumble match in January and perhaps win it. If WWE has The Rock available, having Reigns work twice at WrestleMania would be a good way of avoiding having The Rock win the Royal Rumble. The winner of the Rumble challenges for a world title at WrestleMania every year, and there is no indication that WWE plans to take the belts off Reigns before the biggest event of the year. Having 2 nights of WrestleMania gives WWE some flexibility, and if WWE decides to have Reigns headline both shows, it is unlikely that many fans would complain. According to Fightful Select, hat tip Subhojit Mukherjee of Ringside News, similar one-off returns, like the one Noble had over the weekend, are on the table in WWE moving forward. Noble's first major exposure in pro wrestling came from 1999 to 2001 in WCW. After WWE bought WCW in 2001, Noble's contract was retained, and he remained with WWE until 2004. He then enjoyed a successful run in Ring of Honor in 2005 as James Gibson, winning the ROH World title. Noble returned to WWE that same year and continued to wrestle regularly until 2009, when he transitioned into a backstage producer role. While Noble has had some sporadic matches since then, including a few with Joey Mercury when they were J&J security for Seth Rollins in 2014 and 2015, the 45-year-old's final match was on Sunday. Noble teamed with Braun Strowman, Butch and Ridge Holland, defeating Bloodline members Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa, and the Usos in an 8-man tag team match. Noble scored the winning fall for his team by pinning Zayn. The Noble match seemingly isn't something WWE would have done in past years, but with Triple H, Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan taking over the leadership role that Vince McMahon vacated with his retirement in July, the running of the company has changed. WWE has several other producers with extensive in-ring careers under contract, and Noble's match may have opened the door for them to wrestle at some point in the future as well. Appearing on the KNC Masterpiece, hat tip Sunil Joseph of Ringside News, on Monday, Sting said he had surgery to clean out his knees 6 or 7 weeks ago. Sting last wrestled at Full Gear on November 19 when he teamed with Darby Allin in a winning effort against Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. That was less than 1 month ago, meaning Sting returned from the procedure in a relatively short amount of time. Prior to Full Gear, he hadn't wrestled in 2 months, which gave him the time off he needed to recover. Sting retired from in-ring competition in 2015 after suffering a neck injury in 2015, but after receiving clearance, he returned to action with AEW in 2021. The Icon has wrestled several matches in AEW, but he has largely been protected by being kept in tag team matches with Allin. Sting is undefeated during his time in AEW, and he has been a success in terms of giving the company an attraction it can trot out in entertaining tag matches at pay-per-views. Despite his age and a recent surgery, Sting continues to move well and deliver impressive performances, and every indication is that he will continue to be an asset for AEW moving forward.